Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. And today, we seriously, I think we gotta talk about this. I haven't seen, as of November 9th, I have not seen anyone talk about this. And that's the fact that Republicans need, to fire every single person in their fucking leadership in the Senate and the House and get new people in, because it's clear Mitch McConnell, John Barrasso, John Thune, Rick Scott, in the Senate, they're not doing jack shit to help us. In the House, Kevin McCarthy, Steve Scalise, Elise Stefanik, they're not doing their jobs correctly. Alright? And I've picked out plenty of people who I think would do a lot better job in, making sure Republicans make gains in 2024, if that's even possible. So it could just be because we were so polarized, but still, you spent $100 million and you gain what, single digits in the House? You make a net loss in the governor's races, maybe a net loss in the Senate when the president is down in approval and by double digits. We need new leadership, and I'm saying we because I'm a Republican, a moderate populist Republican, so every faction of the party hates me but loves me at the same time. So that's just how it works with me. I have a love-hate relationship with these guys. But let's talk about the Senate. So first off, the Senate Republican leader, whether it's going to be the majority leader heading into 2023 or the minority leader, I'm going with North Dakota Senator John Hoeven. Now, if you might know, John Hoeven's my favorite senator, and there's a reason for that. The guy is a moderate populist. He's moderate on social issues, but he still has a populist stance of things like immigration. When it comes to education, he supports public school funding, but he also would be okay with a school choice if it was implemented, as long as, public schools still got funding. He's also an economic populist, okay? This guy would be perfect for the Republicans leader in the Senate. And plus, he's not one to block bills like Mitch fucking McConnell, and he's not a polarizing figure. He wins with the exception of 2022, and the only reason why he didn't was because there was a third-party challenger who got like 20% of the vote, but he typically gets 70% of the vote when he's reelected. Again, he didn't in 2022, but that was because a third-party right-wing challenger got 20% of the vote. That's why. So, and we'll be talking about the weird results of the 2022 election in a future video, because there are quite a bit of weird results. So, John Hoeven for Senate Majority Leader. Now the Senate Majority, or Senate Republican Whip. Ron Johnson, the senator from Wisconsin. Again, he's someone who's not a polarizing figure. He's not. He's loved in the suburbs. He's loved with white working class voters. He's someone who can work across the aisle with Democrats. He voted to certify Biden's win. He's got all the credentials to be the new whip. He's so much better than John Thune and a lot more popular too. And he's someone who the Republicans can get behind, and he seems pretty smart to, competently tell Republicans, okay, here's how we need to vote, and here's what the impact it might be. He'd be perfect for that job. Next is the conference chair of the Senate for Republicans. This person is someone who will go out to the media and talk about what the Republicans are doing. You need someone who's charismatic. You need someone who's loved by the media, including CNN and MSNBC. And so I picked Tim Scott. This guy is loved by the media. He's loved by his constituents. I don't care for Tim Scott that much. I would have supported him if I lived in South Carolina, but I would, prefer someone different. But I can't deny that Tim Scott is honestly one of the best senators in the United States Senate right now, due to him being able to speak to people, talk about the issues that are currently going on and what the issues that matter. And the fact that he's popular, I'm pretty sure he just won in a landslide in South Carolina last time I checked. The guy's perfect for the job. He knows how to reach out to voters. This is the guy you want for the conference chair job. Next is your policy chair. This is the guy or gal that's going to be talking about, okay, this is what we're going to be running on in the upcoming election. These are the issues that, is going to be our main focus. And honestly, libertarian issues and the libertarian policies, even if the Libertarian Party itself isn't getting a boost, libertarian policies themselves are becoming more and more popular. And I can't think of anyone better than Rand Paul, the guy who can fucking libertarian his way out of any situation. Honestly, right now people just want to be left the fuck alone. Rand Paul, he's not going to be someone who's going to be policy chair for a long time. He's not. He's just going to be someone who's going to be policy chair until this libertarian-esque wave dies down. And honestly, he'd be perfect for this job. I think he'd love this job. I feel like he'd get a kick out of it, honestly. But yeah, Rand Paul is my choice for policy chair. Next up is your conference vice chair. Same thing as your conference chair, just with vice in front of it. And that is, again, Marco Rubio. He just won by 16 points in the state of Florida. Super popular with his constituents. Knows how to talk to voters. Knows how to reach out to them. Knows what to say and when to say it. I don't like Marco Rubio that much, again, but I can't deny he is perfect for this fucking position. Next up, we have the NRSC chair. That's currently Rick Scott. Well, he did a god-awful job, didn't he? Fucking Rick Scott. Honestly, we could have fucking put Mike Crapo, who I don't like Mike Crapo. We probably would have done a better job. Hell, we might have done worse, actually. I don't know. But I think Josh Hawley should be the NRSC chair. The guy endorsed Vicky Hartzler for Senate in Missouri. So, and clearly looking at the issue, she was clearly the second best choice behind Billy Long, obviously. And so Hawley knows what he's doing when it comes to picking people. He will pick populists who know how to connect with voters. He won't endorse someone who will freaking turn off independents, because Hawley, believe it or not, won independents in 2018. He did. Barely, but he did. I think it was like 49-48 or something. Could be wrong. But Hawley, I believe, should be the NRSC chair. He would bring a big populist boost to the Republican Party, especially in the Senate. I think Hawley also endorsed J.D. Vance, which, J.D. Vance was clearly the best choice in the Senate in Ohio. Next up is your steering chair. This is going to be someone who is going to be reaching out to, like, donors and, like, committees and telling them what the Republicans are planning to do in the Senate, as well as in the campaign trail. Honestly, this was a hard one to figure out. I was like, who would be good for this? And I eventually came to Joni Ernst because she's the only Republican that I liked, kinda, that can be able, and she's not a bad talker, she's really good at it. So I'm sure she would be someone who, these committees and the media can rely on to be like, hey, what y'all doing? This is what we're doing. So, steering the public in our direction, I guess you could say. What the hell? Next is the chief deputy, or that says leader, but that's supposed to say chief deputy whip. And this is someone who's essentially the deputy, or the party whip whenever the current whip isn't there. And I think John Kennedy deserves to be in the leadership, so I'm going to pick John Kennedy as the chief deputy whip. Now we go down to the House of Representatives, and let me tell you, if I remember correctly, I picked a bunch of young folk, except one. Everyone's super young except one person. And I think just getting all these fresh new faces in the House leadership would be amazing. And you're damn right, I put someone from North Carolina in there, because North Carolina supremacy, damn it. And first is the Speaker of the House, or the House Minority Leader, or the House Republican Leader. That's going to be Mike Gallagher, the congressman from Wisconsin, the guy who continuously wins his district by 30 points, a district that is suburban, a district that Trump only won by 16. He's a massive overperformer. He's loved by his constituents, loved by Democrats, honestly, because Democrats are even voting for him this cycle. Not joking. So you want someone like that. He's a good speaker. He's good on the issues, good on economic issues, good on social issues. I think he voted for same-sex marriage. That will help you with independence, I promise you. Mike Gallagher is absolutely the guy, and he's also not going to block Biden's agenda either. Well, he'll block the bullshit, and he'll more likely try to work with Joe Biden and get conservative policy passed, or Republican policy passed. I don't want to use the word conservative because I hate that word with a fucking passion. But he'll work with the Biden administration to be like, okay, we'll pass your legislation, but we want this in there, this in here, and this in there. Because, that's what good government does. Next up is the House Republican Whip. This is my North Carolina pick. It's Patrick McHenry. This guy is essentially like Mike Gallagher. This guy is a moderate populist, good on a climate change issue, good on economics, good on the immigration issue, good on crime, great on inflation. This guy is all around great. He should be the second in command in the House of Representatives. Maybe not the whip, maybe chief deputy whip, But again, this is just biased because of the North Carolina thing, and as well, he is my current congressman for the time being. Um, but yeah, he is currently my pick for House Republican whip. I think he'd do a good job telling people, "Hey, stop being fucking stupid. This is what we need to do in order to gain support." Next up is the conference chair, same thing as in the Senate for the House, and I'm picking Brian Mast. Who doesn't like Brian Mast? I mean, come on, this guy is this guy is good when it comes to talking to people. His district is like a D+4 district, if I'm not mistaken, and he ends up winning by double digits. Like, again, why don't these Republicans just put outperformers in their leadership? Yeah, you got a bigger risk of like having open leadership positions, but who cares? At least you got competent people running the party. Again, Brian Mast should be the conference chair. He will twiddle the media between his fingers like that. He's also a war veteran, which is great. He doesn't have legs. He's got like what's the word? Prosthetics, I think it's called, in both his legs. So that's I guess like sympathy boost. I don't know. Next is Jeff Van Drew. Like, the populist Republicans are gonna hate me for it. I don't care. Jeff Van Drew is the white working class hero of New Jersey, and Republicans hate that fact. Jeff Van Drew should be the conference vice chair, speaking to the media, to boost your support with independents and white working class voters. By the way, it's just I'm sorry. He also voted for the infrastructure project, and that was, I think, popular. Could be wrong, but yeah, 2024 is gonna be super fucking fun. Next up is the conference secretary. It's just another position for the speak to the media. I'm picking Scott Perry. This guy's a right-wing nationalist, but not crazy. This guy voted for same-sex marriage. This guy's tough on immigration, protectionist on economics, tough on crime, so on and so forth. Scott Perry should definitely be the conference secretary, obviously. Next up is your policy chair. Same thing with Rand Paul. I picked a libertarian-leaning member. You might be saying, why didn't you pick Thomas Massie? Thomas Massie is the wrong kind of libertarian, okay? Just the wrong kind. Let's just say that. He voted against, what was it? He voted against, he voted against condemning lynching. He said it was government overreach. Yes, condemning lynching is government overreach. This guy's a fucking idiot. But James Comer, on the other hand, he's a really solid libertarian. I don't know what you'd call him, but he's like a libertarian conservative kind of deal. Good on the agriculture issues, good on just issues all around. He's not a populist, but he's still good on economics regardless. Like, he's not like a neocon on economics or anything, but he's not like a right-wing nationalist either. I don't know what you would call him, but James Comer would be a solid policy chair. He was the NRSC chair at one point, and I think he should get a boost up the policy chair right now. And speaking of the NRSC, why the fuck don't you have someone representing a Biden district here? Are you fucking mad? Oh my god. Seriously, am I dumb, or either I'm stupid or I'm a genius? Because Mike Garcia is someone who is currently is on track to win re-election in a Biden plus 13 district, is really good on the issues. He's not like a Rockefeller Republican. He's a right-wing nationalist in a Biden district. Put two and two together. This guy knows how to win elections in Biden seats, in blue seats. And if he knows how to win there, just imagine what he can do in red seats. This guy can get you the best candidates in the House of Representatives. None of these bullshit, weak, nut job characters that we've seen in the House all year. No more Lauren Burberts, Taylor Greens. I just had a stroke. But Mike Garcia for the NRCC right fucking now. He is the guy. I promise you that much. And finally, the Chief Deputy Whip. I picked Mike Kelly. This guy is honestly, the guy to represent white working class West Pennsylvania. He's your guy. This guy won Erie County this year, if I'm not mistaken. He won Erie County when Doug Mastriano and Dr. Oz both lost them. That's how you know this guy knows how to reach to people. Again, that's not what this seat's for. It's about telling your Republicans to get in line. and Mike Kelly's just a goofy but terrifying human being, so he would whip up them youngsters in line. Maybe get him a whip. Anyway, that is my take on who should be the leaders. For recap, John Hoven for the Senate Majority Leader. I'm not going to recap everything. And for Speaker, Mike Gallagher. Just please. It's not that hard. I like, it's, I know Mitch McConnell isn't going anywhere. I know Kevin McCarthy isn't going anywhere. And the Republican Party was turning into a regional party before Donald Trump got in. It's the truth. And what are we going to do when Donald Trump leaves? Like, what if Donald Trump says, you know what, guys, I'm not running for 2024. And Ron DeSantis doesn't run in 2024. What, are we going to nominate fucking Mitt Romney again? Nikki Haley? Lose the Rust Belt? Oh, yeah, we did better in, Kansas. But we lost the Rust Belt. Yeah, but what do you guys think? Who do you think should be in the House leadership? Who? Personally, again, I've already told you, Hoven for Senate leader, Mike Gallagher for Speaker, or House leader. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is the Caddick one saying, peace.